Welcome back to another GeekaWhat video, and today I'm taking you over the best $900 gaming PC build for the months of July and August 2016. So make sure to drop a like rating and of course to subscribe, but let me take you over the price and the performance of this build. So this build will smash the latest AAA titles including Overwatch and even some of the slightly older AAA titles such as GTA 5. The upcoming Battlefield 1 is going to be no problem for this build. You're going to be getting high settings at 1080p and over 60 frames per second. You can even go up to a little bit of 1440p if you wish. So let me take you over the parts for this build. The eagle-eyed among you will have noticed this build is quite similar to my $800 build, but I basically alleviated all the bottlenecks in this build and added a few things that would really enhance your gaming experience. And the first one comes in the form of the CPU. In my other build I used a 6500, which is not only clocked lower but performs worse than this CPU, the i5-6600. It's clocked at 3.3 GHz, which is quite healthy. It isn't overclockable, but as I've said many a time before, the best price to performance ratio doesn't come overclocking. It's a quad-core CPU, meaning it's compatible with all of the latest AAA titles, and is even more than capable of a bit of editing. You can do a bit of video editing if you want, you can do a bit of live streaming on this CPU if you want, and it comes in at quite a nice price point. The CPU cooler I chose was Cooler Master's Hyper 212 Evo. Now this CPU cooler is quite easily the most renowned CPU cooler out there. Everyone in the PC hardware industry loves this. Look how many 5-star reviews it has on Newegg and Amazon. It really is phenomenal. I have got 3 of these and they are great. You get some really good temperatures at an incredibly low price point. This one comes in at less than $20, which is insane. Just go and pick one of these up. You're not going to have any loud whining noises from the included stock cooler. This is nice and quiet, easy to install, and a great choice for the build. The motherboard I chose was MSI's B150M Bazooka. It's a micro ATX LJ1151 motherboard. It not only looks cool but has all of the feature set to suit. You've got plenty of SATA 3 6 gigabit per second ports for hard drives and all that kind of stuff. You've also got a SATA Express port for some of the latest, fastest hard drives and that kind of thing. You've got onboard USB 3 and up to 64 gigabytes of memory support. Not to mention the B150M chipset and of course the LJ1151 socket needed for these new Skylake range of CPUs. If you did want to upgrade the CPU later on down the line, you can go all the way up to an i7-6700K and no doubt the upcoming 7700K as well. For the memory, Kingston's HyperX Fury Black was the only option. I say this time and time again, but it's DDR4, it's cheap, and you can get it in black, white, red or blue. Not to mention it's super reliable. It's just great. One 8GB DIMM allows you to have up to 32GB of RAM in this build by literally just buying more of these 8GB DIMMs and shoving them in your build. For the storage, the OCZ Trion 150 is a 240GB solid state drive. You'll put your Windows on here, some of your most frequently used applications and games and that kind of thing, and it's fast. Not to mention it's also very affordable. OCZ are owned by Toshiba, so you know that what's going on here is going to be more than reliable. For the hard drive, for the mass storage, Seagate Barracuda, it's a 2TB hard drive with a 7200 RPM speed. 7200 RPMs is like the mainstream for hard drives. It's as fast as kind of consumer mainstream hard drives get, and there's loads of room for all your Steam library, your movies, your music, and of course all your games. For the video card, this was an easy choice once again. XFX's Radeon RX 480 is an 8GB black edition card. It's great. It's got an 8GB frame buffer, which is exactly the same as the GTX 1080, which is Nvidia's current flagship graphics card. You've got plenty of scope for textures, anti-aliasing, and this has to be one of AMD's best releases in the past kind of 6 or 7 years, and that's no exaggeration. I'll have a video up on this as well, hopefully by the time you're watching this or soon after, so go and check that out. For the case, the NZXT S340 comes in black, black and blue, black and red, white, or even black and green Razor Edition if you wish, and it takes all the features from NZXT's higher end cases and moves them over here. You've got places to show off your SSDs, room for up to an ATX motherboard, you've got room for up to 7 expansion slots, 3-way SLI or Crossfire on double slot graphics cards. You've also got a nice big window, a power supply shroud, plenty of room for hard drives and SSDs, CPU cooler clearance, radiator support galore. It's a superb case and it comes in at a great price point. For the power supply, EVJ Supernova NEX 750 watt was a great choice. It's 80 plus bronze certified, meaning it's going to perform above 80% efficiency, increasing the longevity of the unit and saving you money on your electricity bills. 750 watts is overkill to say the least for this build. This build only consumes 320 watts, so if you did want to add in another graphics card or you did want to add in some other bits and bobs like that, then you are absolutely fine to do so. But it's better to go overkill and get a good reputable power supply, because if you get a cheap one, it can wipe your whole system out. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like rating and please do subscribe, and as always, we will see you in the next GeekaWhat video.